Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Galactic Civilizations 4 Supernova and our playthrough as the Onyx Hive, where we have a fairly small empire relative to the expansive orb seekers of Dragonall here, and we have an encroaching Torian regime coming through. Now, we are desperately trying to avoid going to war with either of these guys, and happily we can see our relations are improving with the orb seekers. But the Torians decidedly unfriendly, and there's not a whole lot we can do to stop that at this point. There's really not a lot. We have got a diplomat trying to like help us out a little bit. We've been as nice to them as we can be, but I think at this point there's nothing for it but just to sort of prepare for war. We've come across some sort of device left behind by the Dread Lords. We're not quite certain what it is and wanted to see if one of your researchers would be willing to take it. We're going to take the actual diplomacy capital here and the +1 relations because we need these guys to be our friends. Hopefully we can maintain relations here, but the Torians, yeah, there's just not a lot that we can do to stop this, and this is going down fairly quickly. So we need to prepare for this war. Gigamass harvesting, however, will come out, and after that, hopefully, we can start to work on military technology and prepare for the war. Now, this is all fine. After these are completed, we're going to need constructors and be prepared for military star bases. We're going to queue up 4, one for each of our worlds. One here, one up at Roberts, one at Meowza, and one at Yadel. These are our main worlds. And let's have a check in on these bases. They're starting to slowly come online, which is great news. We'll let them work away and we'll see what we can do with these planets once they start getting their infrastructure online. Now, while the getting is good, oh, hold on to that thought. Continued investigations into the Ringworlders have borne fruit. Beautiful. That's +3 gigamass. And now we need to research gigamass harvesting, which is in 1 turn. So that all works out quite nicely. Around Yadel, we might as well. This place has really good research thanks to this precursor ruins. Once we get these built up, that's going to be a very, very nice tile for us. However, we can do more for this planet. We can help it develop a little bit more. Let's go up into orbit and place some space elevators and an orbital research lab. That'll help this place out a little bit. We've also got some asteroids here that we can exploit once we have up the shipyard. Over in Meowza, not a bad world. We can probably do the same thing in orbit. Put up a space elevator in orbital research lab. That'll help this planet out a decent amount. And let's go down this world. It's more or less done. We're going to get a little bit more control and maybe a little bit more influence just on these 2 tiles because they're kind of useless to us otherwise. And we may as well down here just fill out on some manufacturing. I guess just a bit more manufacturing. Let all of that finish up. Supply ships out of all of our planets that are still developing. A breakthrough in universal translator technology has opened a gateway for interspecies communication. We're not turning our worlds into an amusement park. Your flagship captain reports the discovery of a lost cargo container floating in space. It's a robotic servants module. We can actually use the cash more than a your citizen. So give me the cash right here, right now. And let's keep it going. Keep it going. Once Gigamass is done, we'll see where we're at. Excellent. Gigamass harvesting will complete a quest for us. And anything military is where we're going to go. Armed shuttles up next. I'm guessing the supply ship we were sending over to Yadel. Trying to get that up and running for this planetary harvester. Go out there and start harvesting us planets. I would like a second planetary harvester before we get to work on those constructors. Give me supply ships everywhere else. Yadel finally has its shipyard. We can get out asteroid miners to help this planet out. We're probably going to need a few more. So let's get to work on that. There's armed shuttles getting us ships. We can build ships, evasive tactics, and space weapons, all things that we're going to need. Battlecruiser doctrine is something that we would like as well. But let's go ahead and grab evasive tactics. Our tiny fighters, we're going to land on planets for the approval boost. So let's ship one up. That's a long journey. Let's grab the other and we'll send them out to Yadel. Doesn't really matter where they go. Evasive tactics is done for +5 evasion. That is the standard. Planetology is something that we will want, but energy deflection, anything military related, is what we're going to go for right now. Because like I said, the Torians, they are coming. Oh lord, they coming. Yes, I would like an asteroid mining base. Where did that go down? I think that's up at Meowza. We sent those out. We've got another 2 coming in very shortly. We will pop down our antimatter mine. It doesn't look like there's any other antimatter around here, so we might as well just drop it down. It'll be nice to have some antimatter income, as you do tend to use antimatter for missile tech. There's energy deflection, getting us barrier arrays. And, of course, plus 400 treasury for the Gigamass research. The next quest will be to research stellar architecture. We probably won't get around to that for a while. We need space weapons. Planetary mobilization, however, does get us a stellar forge. And that will help us get out ships. We will take tech pod mines around this antimatter so that we can increase how quickly we get said antimatter. Looks like somebody here wants to try and fight us. I don't really like that idea. What do you have? 14 HP? What if I zap you? You lost 2 HP. Take that, sucker. And then we run. We are going to start banking up these boys. We won't plop them down just yet. That's a no to the corporate sector. Let's have a look when our treaties are going to pop. 38 months on open borders with the Torians. Nothing that we can do at the moment to stop this disaster, this diplomatic farce that we've got going on right now. The only thing that we can do is to hopefully build up a military and sort of dissuade them from going to war with us. Now, the Stellar Forge is going to help. Let's choose a new tech. Planetary invasion is something that we want, but remember our strategy here is going to be thick armor, high HP ships. That's what we're doing. Let's try to sneak this guy up to Roberts. An exploration treaty for credits, modules, and precursor nanites. Still a no, I'm afraid. Probably do want leaders for, like, Roberts. I wouldn't mind a leader up here, so that's a thing we're going to do. We don't have any good leaders. Let's go ahead and do leadership recruiting to try and find a decent governor. He's a grammar enforcer. He's grammar police. You guys all sort of suck. We'll make you a governor just because you've got high loyalty. But you do suck, and we will assign you to Roberts here. Okay, let's get your shipyard on the go. Let's put a space elevator in orbit. Let's get you a recruiting station, and we'll let you just sort of tick over. But first, let's assign your buildings. I think research is going to be there, so that works. I like this building right there, and then we want bit of these crystal structures all around it. That's a nice +3. We'll take that and we'll put them in order of build time. That's how we're gonna do it. That'll be okay for this planet. Love it. Trying desperately to keep our flagship in play for as long as possible. I don't know that we're going to be in time to actually be able to mount a defense if the Torians go to war against us, but there's armored defense theory. Planetary invasion is still there. Space weapons, however, is where we're going to go next. And yes, everywhere that we can is just supply ships for the foreseeable future for these planets. They need to be up and running. Up and running. Swap you boys around. Now, one thing we have not touched on, now that we're starting to do military type stuff, is one of the newer systems that they put in, or the newer system that they put in. This is this fleet supply number up here. All ships have a fleet supply attached to them, right? So fighters will take 1 fleet supply, frigates 2, cruisers 6, etc. up towards dreadnoughts. I forget how much they are, maybe 16, I believe. But we have a fleet supply of 750. This is way more fleet supply than I'm ever going to need. Plus, with certain technologies, that's going to increase, and increase quite quickly. This number is going to go up into the thousands without me even having to worry about it. And if it's not something I have to worry about or actively care for, why is it even in the game? I would have much preferred it if it was something that was asking the player a question. Do you need to build a structure to increase this supply cap? This should be set way, 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 way down at like 100. And then the player would need to decide if to build these things, these buildings. Do we even have those buildings yet? I don't think we do. But there are some buildings attached to it that increase those. We'll talk about that once we have the technology. We just don't have the technology yet. But that's a no. Suffice it to say that you can largely just ignore this. This may as well not be in the game because it's just a non-factor. At least from this initial playthrough, that's my take on it. I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. Alrighty, we've got space weapons. That's good news. We probably do want weapons systems, so let's go for that next. +1 to all of our weapons. It's just standard stuff. We, the Knicks, have a long-standing tradition of games that test the true capabilities of one's physique. We could probably absorb -6 approval, but we're going to refuse. And we finally have our capstone of legacy. This is 100 prestige points, which is all right, but it also gives us the glorious legacy technology. We're not going to be in a position to really research that for a long time. It's a hefty one. And we don't really have that many modules or any modules. So we're going to make some modules on our home planet. I believe the last place that needs a constructor is up at Meowza. We'll go ahead and send that out. Now, we could start producing frigates, but I'm not going to. What I will do is maybe get out a colony ship, because we have a world around Yadel that can get colonized and send its resources back to Yadel. Hopefully Yadel will be able to produce military force when the time comes, and the time is coming. I'm expecting it literally any turn. Ooh, that's a nice thing to see. A little pause on the old degradation there. We'll send this gentleman out. Weapon systems completed for +1 to all of our weapons. Targeting computers, ion cannons, great stuff. Can we have not stellar architecture? I want battle cruisers done, so I'm going to hard research battle cruisers. Our flagship seems to have survived. Let's send him back to survey. And if he dies, so be it. So be it. I'm kind of tired of his nonsense anyway. I'm tempted to get another planetary harvester. Let's see if we're trading with the Torians, because I believe we are. We are indeed trading with the Torians, and they are trading with us. It feels like we should have had up another trade route, weirdly. I thought we sent out another trade route, but okay. I guess we'll send out supply ships to some of our other worlds. And this colony ship, head on over to Yadel, settle that for us. Beautiful. Battlecruiser doctrine is done. That gets us cruiser, medium hulls, leads on to flexible bulkheads. Planetary invasion is here. Subspace streaming also here. Emissaries for +1 diplomacy. And you know what? I'll take that +1 diplomacy. I mean, we do want planetary invasions, but a +1 diplomacy could maybe give us a lot of extra turns to develop ourselves out. So we're going to go for that. The Guilt Magnifier. The Guilt Magnifier here will give -5 crime. That's not that great. Give me the 200 treasury. Another miner. Let's go ahead and put these. Get those online. All right, Yadel, how are we looking? Good. All of your buildings are online. Silly amounts of research coming out of this planet. 50 research. That's really, really good. But we're going to need more manufacturing. And in order to get manufacturing, well, we just got to build a whole bunch of manufacturing districts. I like the research that this world is doing, but I think we just gotta manufacture it up. Something like that, maybe in front of the governor's manor, which takes a little bit too long for us to get out. Even though we could use it, maybe we should prioritize, as we're going to be sending supply ships over this way. Hopefully can get that done out at a decent speed. We see you, we greet you. It's the Intweri. Hello, Intweri. There is emissaries for our +1 to diplomacy and the ability to build an orbital embassy. We probably will go for that. Let's go ahead and get planetary invasion, I suppose, out of the way. Pressure the scientists to make that happen even faster. Our research has shot up thanks to that +50 coming out of Yadel. That's really, really very nice. It's turn 74, and the Orb Seekers of Dragonall, no surprise, have got the most massive empire. I wonder where the Torians are on the scale of things. Our relations are improving with the Torians, so that's good. Hopefully we can stall this out for as long as possible. Roberts starting to come online. Beautiful stuff. Let's see if there's a decent place for a military starbase. I think it's gotta be like there. Just a starport. Getting all my stuff mixed up. It's gonna be not much more we can do for Yadel. It will be able to stand on its own legs fairly soon. Get some more asteroid miners out there. I think we need one more. Meowza could probably also get out an asteroid miner for this last cluster. And the Torians are here. They're asking for way too much. I'm sorry, Torians. Just be reasonable. That's all I'm asking, is that you be reasonable. Now, we're going to need to do a cruiser design fairly soon. You keep harassing my guy, little Corvette. Please, stop. Please stop. Planetary invasion, however, completed. Planetary defenses, not the direction we want to go. Energy dissipation strategies, likewise, not the best for us. I would much prefer to have like improved armor science. Maybe even improve life support, start building up our fleet supply, and just weapons, even flexible bulkheads. All of these things would be good. Stellar architecture, 9 turns is a little bit too long, and I'm still a little bit worried about war. However, planetary defense does make it harder for people to siege our planets. But if our planets are being sieged, I mean, let's try it out. It is our tech, after all, like our unique technology thing that we do. Just going to continue to zap this guy down. See if we can kite him out. The Torians are back, and we're sending them off again. How are the relationships looking? Stuff's going up, beautiful, and the Knicks are going down. Let's just keep an eye on that while we ramp production. If we go to war with anybody, I was hoping it was going to be with the Orb Seekers of Dragonall, but unfortunately, we just need to power up. Let's go ahead and throw down manufacturing around this here starport. Something like that. More supply ships. Ship them out to Yedel. We want to finish this Governor's Manor. Yep, keep them coming. Keep them coming. The Liberators have been destroyed wherever they were, whatever they were. And planetary defense is completed. This does give us martial law, which improves your manufacturing, but it does reduce research and approval for 50 turns. It seems fairly desperate. Railgun's not really my weapon of preference, but I will take it for 1 turn. We'll get up a bit more modules so that we have those available. It is the mystery of the Snathi Hoard. Our explorers have stumbled upon a hidden cache of riches. We can claim this treasure for 800, but it may spawn the Snathi, and that is just not something I want to deal with. We're going to leave it untouched for now. Don't be greedy. Let's not be too greedy. Our final asteroid miner goes out. There is a frigate hanging out here that may try to stop our colony ship. We're going to have to try to sneak him on through. As well as this guy. So let's see if we can pick this up. It may be outside of our borders, our zone of control, so we'll just... Ooh, there's another pirate over here, another defender. Look at these assholes. Look at them. It's a tiny mining ship. Leave it alone. There's railguns. And yeah, let's get energy dissipation strategies. The miner will just have to chill until we get our next border expand here. We had a little bit of an angry boy down this way. Movements on this dude, 3, so we should be able to sneak on by from like down here. We do have a fighter. I don't think he can win against the frigate, but maybe... No, he can't. Let's move him away where he's just gonna get blasted. Our traders have honed the art of persuasion. For a small fee, we can increase our persuasion. We will do that, sure. Now, 50% to manufacturing is pretty good. Minus 25% to approval. I believe this is on a specific planet. So if we have a high manufacturing planet that doesn't have a lot of research, this might actually be beneficial. The cooldown is 200, by the way. 200 turns is a really long time. But all right, let's say no to you guys. I need to look at this a little bit more closely. 200, how many turns? 50 turns on a 200 turn cooldown. Like you're only ever going to use that once, I feel like, for an entire game. Now that we're within our borders and we have a movement of 14, it should be no problem to settle you boys. That's great news. And the Torians, how you guys feeling? We'll see in just a moment. But there is energy dissipation strategies completed. Improved armor science. I love it. And let's go. Can we just sneak in here right now? I think we can. Just do it. Go ahead and colonize Yedel. You can live over here. Back on our home planet, I think we'll take 1 more round of modules. And maybe we should start up cruiser production, just so that we have some military. Let's start producing it. Alrighty, Governor Fedwin Look reaches out with alarming news. A mysterious illness has struck Meowza. Compel the population to use the experimental drug. What could go wrong? Absolutely nothing. Nothing could go wrong. The Governor's Manor is almost finished over here. That's great. We're getting reports of destruction due to pests that originated on your home world. We can compensate them for the damages. That's not a problem. We have so much Durantium income that we can probably just sell that off immediately. Keep ourselves afloat here. This poor guy that's been hounded. by pirates. Can you go anywhere that is safe and still has things to research for us? Yes, you can. Excellent. Improved armor science and the Orb Seekers of Dragonol have built the Centurion Emporium Galactic achievement. Let's get a new tech going. Energy shields is good, but I think we want more weaponry. More weaponry. Let's get directed energy weapons or improved life support. Both are good. Improved life support, I think, is where we're going to go next, as we are making cruisers, and we would like cruisers to actually have the numbers when they're in the fleet. Okay, Meowza, what is up with you? Developing is good. Let's upgrade your manufacturing and more supply ships over on Yadel. Yadel's starting to look good. Supply ships in 3 turns, not bad at all. There's not a lot else that we can do. We can maybe put a space elevator and help that send resources over to our main planet. And there's our very first battle cruiser. Hang on a second. Don't run away. Come back out. Let's have a good look at our first battle cruiser. Oh, yes. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't like the look of Onyx ships. I don't like the Onyx ships. We're going to go ahead and create a new ship design, though, for these cruisers, just to keep on top of stuff. Alrighty, there's improved life support. That's huge for an extra 8 logistics, ship range, and the fleet supply cap of 10%. So we're just going to be increasing that already large number even further without even really trying, because these are all techs that we needed anyway. Plus we get these planetary fleet supply, fleet command buildings. Experimental weapons, I don't really believe in. Stellar Marines, likewise. Maybe we should, maybe we could do assault shuttles. We get boarding capabilities. Could be hilarious. You know, I do kind of like that idea. I also like the idea of just having strong beams. So we're going to do that. Get us beam technology and start producing cash for us. We can make a little bit of money. Our civilization has recently discovered an alternate energy source. We can provide them Illyrium. We get manufacturing. That's a deal in my book. How we looking, Torians? Yeah, that war is still coming down the pipelines. But there's directed energy weapons. Let's go ahead with... I want more beam attack. Photonic alignment, maybe. Starbase defense grids is something that we're going to need as well for the fortifications module, Xalon defenses, all that good stuff. Leads on to fleet resupply doctrine, something that we're going to need. Let's hard research it. The Torians are here. We're just going to say no. And why Torians? Why you be hating so much? We're ripe for conquest. They covered our worlds. Conquering us might be a good idea. Our flagship has discovered a drifting Honorian capsule. Inside we have found an ancient beacon core. Give me a large research boost. Make that happen. Let's maybe send out these 3 fleets and send them up to Meowza, as I suspect Meowza may come under assault. Likewise, Roberts will definitely come under assault. We'll put a space elevator in orbit here so that hopefully it sends its resources. And maybe we can get this place going once we get some basic stuff coming online. You guys do not need to be scientists. I need you guys to be workers. All of you need to be workers. You're all arms all the time. Meowza's population, again, just be a worker. Don't be silly. Yadel, I don't mind you having scientists, but the people are just so stupid. It just makes sense for them to be workers. Everybody be workers. What else can we do to prepare for this war? This war of mine. Let's go ahead and get a space elevator over here as well. I mean, there's not a lot we can do. It's gonna happen, and if it happens, it happens. Starbase defense grids, however, will help fleet resupply in 2 turns for even more logistics and a 25% increase to fleet supply cap. Again, this is something you're never going to have to worry about. I don't even know why it's in the game. Let's go ahead and pick that up so at least we can have big stacks of cruisers. If it comes to it, we're just sending out a token garrison, hopefully, to keep Meowza if it comes under assault from falling. Roberts, I just don't think there's much we can do to save you. Did we not have a constructor? Yeah, the constructor's almost here. Yes, you just need to keep doing supply ships. Try to get online as quickly as possible. Maybe you can produce frigates. Cool, fleet resupply. That's great news for us. An extra 8 logistics. Let's get a new tech going. Kinetic weapon enhancements. I mean, it's military. It's not nothing. Grab it. Grab it. Keep making us cruisers. Excuse me, why is the Intrepid here? Oh, this takes Alarium. I don't want those. I don't want those. Give me the Dauntless that does not take Alarium. Wait, the Dauntless does? I guess we're going to produce Rangers. You know what? These designs suck. These designs suck. I'm going to make a new design. We'll come back to you. Once we've got that sorted out, we're going to make some Destroyers. Of course, they will have Assault. I just think Assault is good. Maybe Accuracy is something that we want, though. We don't really know what the enemy is packing. So until we do know what they are, we're just going to go with Assault. It's fairly solid. And yeah, I'll come back to you once we have a design flashed out. Okay, and here we have it. The Boulder class cruiser. Now, we've got not a lot of attack on these bad boys because our tech sucks. We're going with 5 beam attack, 7 kinetics. We've got just some token shielding on there with 1 shield generator, standard evasion, and an armor rating with new reflex plating of 13.8. Plus, we're going with E-webs and chaff. But now we need to scout the Torians because this war is coming, probably with the Orb of Dragonol as well, which I don't really like the idea of. Hey, we're starting to register as a power. That's good. Faction power. Let's have a look at the Torians. Do a trade. Spy out some of their ships. They're up to 247 ships of various types. They've got a beak, lots of bombers. These spear bombers, I imagine, have missile tech that is not too impressive. They've got the Squid class frigate, which has beam attacks, missile attacks, and kinetics. And if we have a look, it seems like they're leaning into kinetic technology. They've got +5 on their kinetics. Whereas they've got a +2 and a +1. Yeah, so kinetics, bad accuracy, and hopefully, I don't actually know if the AI gets a bonus. I don't think they do to their accuracy. What else do we got? We got the Slasher class here, fighters. I don't see any. The Swordfish. The Swordfish, they do have cruiser techs. Whoops, I don't want those. Looks like they're rocking ion cannons. They've got a beam attack. They've got high missile attacks. They've got high kinetics, standard stuff, no shields, no armor. Or actually, they do have an armor rating. An armor rating of 21 with titanium plating and all the bonuses that the AI gets on this difficulty. Chaff and ion cannons. So, ooh, and they have a lot of cruisers. A lot of cruisers. A lot of cruisers. These guys don't have armor, however. The Slasher class fighters, swordfishes, lots. Oh my word. Okay. Yeah, things might be a little bit more dire than I first anticipated. Me with my like 6 cruisers. I need a place. The Adele. Let's go here and try to get that orbital embassy. Where is it? Orbital embassy. Orbital embassy. This is going to set us back 5 Durantium and a tidy chunk of change, but a +1 to diplomacy hopefully gets us a little bit more time. Ask me for anything but time. Give me more supply ships. All of you guys are landing. Beautiful. That'll hopefully be this planet getting up to, I don't know, operational status or something. I'm a little bit scared for my life. Let's start producing boulders. Ours have a rating of 12 against their 17 or 18 or whatever it is. They have a superior amount of firepower, but hopefully we can have out a superior size that will make up for that. I don't like our odds here, guys. Not gonna lie to you. Do not like our odds, but we're gonna do the best we can. Hopefully we can make it work. We can make it work. You guys go. All haste. All ahead full, and like any turn now that's gonna be like, we declare war on you. Is it this turn? Okay, it's not this turn. We get our kinetic weapons. What else do we get? Photonic alignment, huge. Tempting for the diplomacy to help buy us some time, but neutrino emitters, pretty good. Plasma beams is where we need to be because plasma pods have a mass of... Actually, what is it that we want? We want... What is the next good plasma weapon? It's not neutrino emitters. Plasma beams have a mass of 6. Not really what we want. Forged beams gives us enhanced plasma pods. That costs Illyrium. We don't have it. But in any case, I still think photonic alignment is the play. We need thicker weapons. Our constructor is on location around Roberts. That's good. At least we'll have a military starbase there. And there's our very first Boulder class cruiser. Hello. Welcome to the military. Go ahead and pop the research. We should maybe think about upgrading our mining starbases so that they're not easy for the AI to conquer. It'll at least cost them something to overcome it. But to do that, we're going to need like barrier raise, which is Alarium. Unfortunately, I didn't pick up Alarium. I think I skipped on it. That's my bad. The Orb Seekers of Dragonol have built the Office of Control Galactic achievement. Still no war out of the Torians, for which I'm grateful. There's Photonic Alignment giving us more beam attacks, which is great. Avenger Missile System, I'll take it. I'll take it. Keep the boulders coming. We'll upgrade their weapons pretty soon. Boulders in 8 turns out of Meowza. Ain't bad. We'll start that up. And the Stellar Forge. This is a civilization achievement. Where do we want it to go down? We have 25, 26 on this planet. 37 on this planet. So we kind of want it to go down on Yadel if we want it to go anywhere. And I think there is going to be the best spot for it. Indeed. Indeed, it goes right there. This will be not much a +2 Stellar Forge. This is only giving +1. This is +2. Not the best, but it will have to do. 6 turns on a boulder. Start cranking them out. Start cranking them out. All right, Avenger Missile Systems. Also done. We get to choose a new tech. Plasma Beams, Armor Material Science. Both very good. I kind of want Plasma Pods. Let's go for Plasma Beams. On this planet, I think we just gotta go for more manufacturing. More manufacturing. Housing districts could also be good. I don't think we got that tech just yet. Maybe a bit of wealth on these 2 tiles just to say we did. And yeah, just planet manufacturing. Okay, the Knicks would like a bunch of my resources for not a lot of cash. That's a no. We really need to keep on top of, well, everything at this point. We need, you know what we need? We need our commanders as well. That's the thing that we should look at. We're looking for cheap dudes. And I think you would actually make quite a powerful commander. You're very expensive. You're also +14. We got some spending to do here. We're going to take the +14 guy. That's just more tech. Drop him in. We want the Minister of Defense. That's going to give us extra HP on our ships. Our main form of defense is basically how much HP we have. We don't see anybody who's really great for that. So I guess for now, you'll just be a Minister, most sinister. And we will go ahead and grab you. You're fairly cheap and drop you into the Nephilinite. So that's another ship that we've got here. For now, we'll just let you live there. That will have to do for this turn. Excellent. Plasma beams completed for plasma pods. That's a big jump in weaponry. As diplomacy is here, I will pick it up. Hopefully that buys us a turn or 2. But that war it's about to happen. Like, I actually expect it any turn now. Any turn now. The research here is so good, but we just gotta get out manufacturing. We need to be able to produce cruisers at a reasonable rate. Unfortunately, the northern side of this island is just kind of bad for research, for manufacturing. So this might be as good as this planet's going to get for now. The Torian regime cordially invites your people to join our Deepwater Festival. We will send volunteers. Yes. Yes. Anything that gives us a diplomatic boost. We've encountered a derelict cargo container drifting in the dark vastness of space. It's a weapon jammer. We get +5 evasion. We can extract thulium or we can sell it. Add it. Add it to the vault. Sell off some of our thulium. That'll do. All right. We have a fleet. I mean, this definitely looks like a fleet. We can get 1 more cruiser in there. 6 cruisers. That's no joke. We can get up a little bit more firepower on these bad boys, though. A little bit more firepower. I'd be very happy. I'd be very, very happy. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with the state of things. I am not happy with the state of things. All right, you get back to surveying. Alrighty, we get a +1 to diplomacy, the ability to make cultural treaties, goodwill tours, which will probably pop. Absolutely no reason not to. Improved missile targeting is where we're going to go for, although damage reflectors for more beam defense. I kind of want to make like a really defensive, super defensive fleet, but also improved missile targeting is just a little bit more of a priority here, I think. What am I even doing? Give me +1 diplomacy for 30 months. We have near endless amounts of control, so we should just spend it on anything and everything whenever we need it. Even more modules. Let's go out and fill this planet with manufacturing. Sure. Boulders, boulders, boulders. Boulders now taking 2 turns out of Onyx. Don't love that. Don't love that. Would prefer if they were 1 turned. 130 military though. I mean, it's pretty good. Pretty good. You all become workers, please. Everybody's a worker here. The Knicks, not interested. Not interested, Knicks. But I think if the war comes here, I think we'll be okay. Nanite defenses are super duper important for our cruisers. Like, because we can't repair normally, actually having that, plus the extra sustain that it gives us in combat, cannot be overstated. Nanites is super good. These borders are not expanding. I mean, we don't have very much influence, but we should be able to push back against this. No problem. Nanite defenses are done. The Orb Seekers have built the Galactic Fleet HQ Galactic achievement, and we are now at war with the Torians. Here it is. The war we knew was coming. You have made a fatal mistake. I don't know that they have, though. Do we want Phoenix missiles? Phoenix missiles? No. Damage reflection, I'm kind of interested in. Flexible bulkheads, I would like. Armor materials science, I would love. Forged beam weapons, also, I would love. I think we're going to go for forged beam weapons. And we need to augment our designs. Now we're going to go back in and change up the boulder a little bit. Start a new design. We know that they've got quite a few cruisers out there, and cruisers worry me. So we're going to show our ship designs, go into the boulder class, edit the doctrine. We want you targeting cruisers, I think. Is it better to target cruisers? Let me think about this. They're going to have a lot of bombers and stuff. We may want to deal with those first. Although their capital ships are big hitters and our armor may be able... Let's focus down capital ships. And we're going to go with Giant Slayer, 50% attacks against large hulls and huge hulls. Now, I think cruisers are medium hulls, not large. So that's not going to help us out. Frigates and corvettes. This would be like battleships and dreadnoughts, fighters and bombers. You know, I think it's just going to be assault. Yeah, let's go with assault. Start a new design. Neuroflex, yes. Neuroflex and shield generators is a must. They do have a lot of kinetics, so we'll throw on the E-webs. They also do have a lot of missiles. We can get away with like plasma pods. Let's get 2 of those on. I don't really want to go railguns. Maybe Avengers. We also need repair nanite clouds. And then let's round it out with like some extra hull plating. Do we have chaff? Let's get chaff. Okay. All right, we've got the Boulder V2, a slightly upgraded version. Let's go ahead and start putting those into production. Boulder V2s, make them happen. Now, we are officially at war. These are the best and brightest we have. You guys should be producing boulders for us. They will take quite the while to come out. We've got some cruisers. I am okay if this system falls. I don't really care about it that much. It's not doing a huge amount. But we want to hang on to these systems as they are able to produce cruisers for us at a respectable amount of time. Our planetary harvesters all probably going to die. Our mining operations all probably forfeit. We will have to build our military starbases up at this point. So let's just go ahead and do that. No, what are you doing? Upgrade. Military starbase. Go, go, go. Okay. Starbase defense systems. Advanced defense systems. Barrier arrays. Plasma turrets. Xenon defenses, and sure, fortification modules. It's a fairly tanky boy, but I have no doubt that the AI is going to be able to bully through it. I have no doubt. Let's go ahead and drop this guy down as well. You will also become a military starbase. Let's get all of these things. We're going to need more Illyrium. So let's go over here and do some selling. We want to hang on to... Oh my god. The prices. The prices. Give me a couple of Illyrium. We're gonna have to sell off a little bit more Durantium. We're hemorrhaging cash. Let's bump taxes. I hate to do it. Let's take out experimental drives now that we're at war. Prototype defenses go in. We will need shipyard stimulus. I think Cave of Echoes is out. Shipyard stimulus goes in. I wouldn't mind starship specifications as well, but I think that's it for now. We need to reassign our diplomat. Let's go ahead and send him to work. Ooh, actually, yeah, no, you're a diplomat. Let's go ahead and send you to work with the Orb Seekers. Try to stop them from going to war with us as well. Let's keep rolling out the boulders. There's our first boulder V2 out of Iadel. Love to see it. Okay, we probably want to upgrade these cruisers. They really are just a terrible, terrible design. But that's going to be quite the expense. I will maybe do one. They can't upgrade. Alright, screw it. On this planet, well, our Warforged people should be happy. Let's maybe make them a little bit more happy. Sure. Change you into a worker. All good. All good. This is fine. This is fine, guys. Let's see where... Oh, there goes a mining starbase. That's okay. Forged beam weapons, however, has come out. More beam attacks. Love to see it. This is not what you love to see. I think we got to go for flexible bulkheads. 6 turns is a long ass time. I need beam weapon miniaturization. Let's go for that. More beam attack. Just keep building up the military. I would love a little bit more logistics, but we need it to come up on the discount. Now, do we have a decent captain? You're a very solid captain. You are a very solid captain. We'll take you because you're cheaper and I can actually afford it. We'll make you commander of your very own fleet of boulders. And we'll just have you there for now. In fact, we'll just have you all there for now. I would like you to have your military starbase. We'll plug the gap here. Starbase defenses, advanced, plasma turrets, barrier arrays, Xalon, fortification modules. That'll do for now. And over on Meowza, we want the barrier arrays as well. Barrier arrays is a pretty big deal. Yadel, you're going to need your military starbase too. We might as well pull the trigger on that. Let's go ahead and slap it down. Military starbases, boom. Starbase defenses, advanced defenses. That's all we can afford here for now. That'll just have to do. But all right, I think at the outset of this war, that's where we're going to put a pin in this episode. We'll see what happens at the next turn, in fact. Still no rollout yet from the Torians. An attempt to create an improved antibiotic has instead produced a bacteria that is immune to our treatments. Yay! It has escaped the lab and your scientists warned that it is spreading on Roberts. Yay! It can be fatal to infants and the elderly. Yay! What are your orders? Oof. Warn the citizens and allow them to respond as they want. Minus 25 growth on a planet I don't really care about. It's fine. Plus, the AI is going to have that planet fairly shortly anyway, so enjoy. And here is a cruiser, the Swordfish class. It has pretty high missile attacks, really high kinetics, no shields, thick armor, shafts, and it's pretty scary. We're just going to take our fighter because he's doomed. Get him. We have a fleet coming in. Also, a scale class cruiser, Swordfish, and a bomber. Now, they're up to 39 fleet supply, so they're ahead of us when it comes to that. But hopefully, we've caught up in terms of, like, weaponry. An advanced survey module makes the ship able to survey. We'll sell that off because we're about to go bankrupt. In fact, we're going bankrupt way too quickly. Way too quickly. Why? We were doing so well. Tell me about this situation here that we find ourselves in. Expenses, starbase maintenance, colony maintenance, probably colony maintenance. 16 out of Onyx Prime, ship maintenance. Where I don't want to have to bump taxes. We're just going to have to absorb this. We're going to also switch over to a military focus now. That's going to help get our ships even faster. Now that we are at Warrior, flagship captain reports discovering a lost cargo container. That's an extra 100 treasury that I will not say no to because I'm not crazy. And this is where we're going to end this this episode. We're in a position to maybe defend ourselves. I think our ships will be able to hold off. I think. Like, our cruisers may be a match. We'll have to see how our designs are. Our weakness here is our firepower. But once we get beam weapon miniaturization, hopefully we get a little bit lucky and pick up something like flexible bulkheads on discount. That's going to be an important one. Or interstellar resupply doctrine. I would also take that. That would be a great deal. Either of those two things would be huge. Some extra armor tech would be good. Any of those things would be good. But we're going to be up against it. Hopefully our HP isn't that big a deal. On this difficulty, having an extra 100 HP, like, you'd think it would be good, but we do actually out HP our opponents. They only get a 50% bonus to their HP. We get 100. So happily, we have more bonuses than they do, but their ships are, I think, superior tech, and that's never a good place to be in. But thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying this episode. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, and, drop a comment down below whether or not you think we are hoes. Thank you all very much for watching. Bye!